What is up? Welcome back to the Day Podcast. This is episode 171, I believe. Yeah, it's been a fun little over a week since the last episode. I'm back. It might be just like a couple days past like one actual week, but whatever, dude. It's been a fun week. Some, trials and tribulations. Of course, we out here trying to make friends. Dude, trying to make friends as a 30-year-old is not fun. It's not easy. Excuse me. Started off right. I'm feeling a little stale this morning. Had a few beers last night. But it is. Whoa, my voice got weird there for a moment. Woo, puberty still. That'd be sick. I need a few more inches. I'm like 5'10", maybe 5'11" on a good day. Just give me 6 foot, dude. Like, come on, God, let's go. But yeah, it's 9:44 in the morning. Woke up feeling a little stale. The bed is super comfortable. It was super comfortable. So it's like I was up way earlier and I was like, man, I'm all comfortable. I'm nice and cozy. I got the fan blowing on me. Like I'm feeling good. So I dozed back to sleep, and then woke up feeling just a little bit more stale than when I was at like 5 in the morning or something like that. But I am almost done with my coffee, so it's helping. I feel myself coming back to life. Slam some water. Of course, I had some Mio in it, for sure. Still addicted to it. I actually just got the lemonade flavor because I was like, you know what, let's try something different, like, because that's how a 30-year-old gets the excitement these days. Just trying a different flavor of Mio, sports drink, whatever you want to call it. But it's actually kind of my favorite now. I thought it was going to be too lemonade-y, I guess, but it's bomb. But yeah, been slamming water. Coffee's hitting right. I'll definitely have another big ass mason jar. But yeah, been a good week. I, for the first time, tried stand-up paddleboarding, which is definitely fun. It's a lot harder than you would imagine. I will say, and this is not I will say first, I did not fall once. Okay. It's one of the blow up ones. It's not like just the one that it's a solid piece of whatever. We actually had to like unroll it, blow it up, and they weren't fully blown up. So there was a little bit of a bend. So that did make it a little bit harder. I definitely noticed my ankles were killing me. So I wonder if maybe that was because it wasn't blown up all the way. I don't know. But I was told that when they're blown up all the way, it's, you're supposed to have it blown up all the way. Fuck. Like you don't get a pool floaty and you fill it up like 75%. Like you want that thing to almost pop. But damn, that shit was fun. I definitely want to do it again. I attempted. Why would I say that? I really liked the stand-up part. It was fun. Of course, once we do it again and it's more blown up, I hope it's a little bit easier because I would love to do it more. But I don't know. I just need to work on my core, I guess. Maybe that's the thing. Haven't been exactly the gym rat that I have been, which I'm getting back, going today after this episode. So yeah, the goal is, with the gym, I definitely want to get back to my jacked self. I think it's all hiding under a little bit of this flub, which it's not. I think there's some body dysmorphia somewhere inside my head where I look at myself and I'm like, you fat piece of shit. But it's okay. I'm doing okay. I haven't weighed myself, and that's probably for the best. I don't really want to know. Just because it's probably a lot higher than I really want it to be. But yeah, stand-up paddleboarding, awesome. If you have the opportunity to do it and just try it out, I would highly suggest you do it. It's super fun. And you can also, instead of standing up, you can go on your knees, which we did for a while. And you can also just sit on your butt, put your legs up. That's easy. I enjoyed that because I could go pretty damn fast. And of course, with the stand-up paddleboards, excuse me, stand-up paddleboards, you just have the oar, the paddle, whatever. but it's not double sided. So when I sat down or was on my knees it was a little bit easier. It's not too far up from the stand up part. But when I was sitting on my tuchus with my legs up, it was kind of annoying to have to switch from side to side. So next time, if I might just bring like a kayak, the one that has like the double sides. So, whoo, it was fun though. I really enjoyed it. The weather's been amazing. Summer, it's awesome. The only bad part is the fucking grass is being weird. We have I don't know. We have a great sprinkler system. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting to figure out because it's never been something that I've had to do my own, thing. It's always been like my mom or my dad's gig because it was their house, and now I have to worry about it. But it's kind of fun. Growing up, Mio drinks and learning how to tend to your grass. Anyways, yeah. Paddle boat. Dude, I feel like now you guys just come listen to my podcast to just hear how terrible I am at talking now. It's ridiculous. Sorry about that. Stand up paddleboard. Do it. It's super fun. Highly recommend it. Yeah. Yesterday went to a vintage market, which was fucking sick. I wish that I had more money because I definitely saw a bunch of things that I would love to have had. Especially, it's not really vintage, but there was a little kiosk stand thingy-mabob for like beard oils and shit like that. But I did come away with a salted caramel, like caramel you get like on a brownie or something like that. Super delicious. I spent like $13 for this like maybe like a 6-inch bottle by like 1 inch round or something like that. It's quite a bit of caramel, like I hope to make it last a little bit. Oh wow, so good. So yeah, I didn't make out with anyone. I made out with the tube of salted caramel, and then I think I got lucky here. I found at one of the little stand areas a Canon, a film camera, a 35 millimeter Canon, the AE-1, the program one. I guess I haven't really looked it up. I don't know, but it came with the flash. I think all the paperwork has a strap on it, like has a strap on it. Yeah, sign me up. Just kidding. Everyone's gonna take that one seriously. It's great shape. I need to clean it up a little bit. Maybe get some like a cotton, like a Q-tip with maybe some like rubbing alcohol or something. I'm sure it's safe. It's a hard ass like metal body, so just cleaned it up a little bit. But I got it for $45. Camera lens has a strap on it, not a strap on it. Has a strap which I might take off and put like one of my actual Canon, like from one of my DSLRs on it. Just I don't know. I feel like that might be where like the old smell is coming from. I just soaked it all up. But it's in great shape. I don't know if it works yet. I'm actually going to get film today and test it out because I can afford everything right now, apparently, to get film and then have that developed. But I'm very excited. And so it came with the flash as well. I got to figure that out too. I'm assuming that it's just maybe some regular AA batteries, hopefully. Then I got to see, oh, great, cool. Another thing to add to the list of things to buy. I need a battery. I'm pretty sure this one needs a battery for the meter to make sure your photo is not like overexposed or underexposed. Usually they take like one of those, like the watch batteries, those really tiny, slim ones that you've seen a watch. I need a sip of this freaking coffee real quick. 1 second. Shout out Black Rifle Coffee. Your coffee is absolutely incredible. I love you guys. And what you guys do, of course. So yeah, $45 freaking dollars. Snagged it. I was looking online and there's a bunch. Of course, eBay is a little weird, but I think on Amazon, there was one for like, I don't know, mid to high 200s. I was like, damn, I don't really think I'm going to like flip it because I do like old cameras. I have one at home that I know works and it's from it's my parents. I think it's the Ashika. Is that the one I'm talking about? I want to make sure I'm correct. No, not Ashnika. Ashika film? Oop. Film camera. Make sure that's correct here. I think there's Yashika. I forget the other one. I don't know. I have another one here. It's like a super old Kodak one, land camera. If you don't know what that means, it looks like the fucking accordion, you know? So yeah, if it doesn't work, or I don't know. I mean, film, I don't have like an in-house like film developing area, which would be kind of cool because I do have actually in my office slash studio, bruh. I changed out the lighting fixture for one of those bulbs that you can change color. So I can change it to red. So who knows? Maybe I can try my hand at developing film. Also, sounds expensive. But yeah, anyways, I don't think I'm gonna like flip it. Unless something crazy happens in like the final hour and I'm like, fuck, I have no money, which it's getting close to that. Then maybe I'll try and flip it. But I want to keep it, keep it in the fam bam, put it on a shelf, use it as much as I can when I can afford to. So yeah, that was fun. Enjoyed that. Made it scored huge on this camera setup, $45. And then the Caramel, $13. Crazy. Yeah, it's been a great week. Some ups and downs, but that's what life is, and just looking for work and stuff like that. And oh yeah, one more thing. Sorry. Before I talk, because I know I said I was gonna mention stuff about the Stranger Things. Not gonna go too long on it because I do want to keep this episode generally a little bit short and sweet, like that caramel baby. Well, it's very sweet, but it's also a little salty. So I'm whatever. Planting trees fucking sucks, dude. It's not a huge tree, of course. It's a baby tree that we're gonna like grow. But holy shit, there are so many rocks in the backyard. Especially there's one that's like the size of my head that we can at least see. It's definitely probably the size of my head, but we can only see maybe like half of my head's worth. And it's not coming up with any shovel. We had to move the hole a little bit over. It's a fucking mess. I see it out there right now. The tree is just sitting there. Hopefully it's not going to die. It's a little in shock right now, which is worrisome, but hopefully once we get it actually in the ground, it'll be good. It's like we got like maybe 2 or 3 inches left until it's like perfect, ready to go. Mulch that bitch. Let's get it right. Season it. Season that bitch. Get some Lowry's. Yeah. But yeah, very excited, but it's a pain in the ass. I almost I caught myself. I wasn't wearing any gloves, like a freaking dumbass. Luckily, I caught myself before it actually turned into like a crazy blister. But yeah, that sucked. It wasn't. I mean, it was exciting to make progress, but like one chose like the worst time of the day to do it, like 3:00 in the afternoon. Sun just beaming down, sunscreen melting into my existence. It was crazy. So if you're gonna plant a tree, don't do it at 3 in the afternoon in the baking sun. And watch out for rocks. Yeah. Okay. Stranger Things. Finale. What the fuck? That shit was insane. I really enjoyed it. It was insane. First, I definitely thought after that last episode 170, I thought that we had the last episode that night. Ended up, we had one more before it because I saw the time and I was like, oh, okay. This is like a little over, I think, an hour and a half episode. I was like, oh, that must be the finale, right? Nope. So I had to wait a whole nother day to do it. My God. But holy shit, that finale did not disappoint. It was one of those. So I definitely had fallen off. I think I saw the last time I was watching it, I think I was on tour with Sleeping with Sirens on the Rockstar Disrupt tour, I believe. And we watched some of it. I think we watched half of season 2. And then I think we stopped. And then I fell off, right? nothing kept me like motivated to want to watch it again, really. And I was just like, I don't know, I wasn't really invested in it. And then, we all caught up here and we watched the finale of season 4. And holy crap, I can't. Why do I have to wait so long? 2024? Like, it better be the first week of 2024. I don't want to wait that long. And I hope I don't like fall off. Like, I don't want to fall off and then like it comes and I'm like, whatever. But I don't know. They did such a good job with it. Really impressed. If you haven't seen it yet, maybe like you can just tune out right now or skip ahead because I might say some spoilers. But also, like, I think I'm even really late to this party of talking about it. So, I mean, a loose spoiler alert. Yeah, the heart-wrenching moment of when Dustin is in the Upside Down with, what's his fucking name? Why am I forgetting? Oh, wow. Okay. When Dustin and Eddie are in the Upside Down, this is after the like insane Master of Puppets solo guitar shred session from Eddie. Obviously, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Eddie gets attacked and killed by the bats. I said spoiler alert. So, I mean, hey. Also, just go watch it. Come on. Just go watch it. Anyways, that was a very, very hard moment. I actually think I didn't cry, but I teared up for sure. There might have been like on each side, just like the one teardrop. Like, when your eyes are super watering and you blink and then that just like lets the tension of the tears just cut, one on each side. They just go and they don't like fully go down your cheek. They like stop halfway and then they just dry. And then you have that weird tightness in your cheek. Yeah. That's what it was when I saw Eddie Munson on the ground after being attacked by the bats. And it wasn't him dying that got it. It was how Dustin was just bawling out. Something about like the way his face looked, it was so painful. And gosh, I literally just got chills thinking about it again. Fuck, dude. Why'd they have to get him like that? But the reason I want to bring that up is because there's a fan theory that I am very, very much like on board with. It definitely goes and ties into the whole like Hellfire Club dungeon. Why can't I feel like every time I've said that, I've messed up. Dungeons and Dragons. So apparently, let me pull this up here. So I pulled up an article, but let's see if, according to traditional vampire law, as the fans point out, vampires are turned by bat bites. As well, we all witnessed, I can't read either. As we all witnessed, Eddie was killed by the demo bats who attacked him. The fan adds that the human dies for a little while, and then the vampire resurrects the body. So basically, in the dungeon, and the thing is, I'm so sorry if you actually play Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I know I'm going to butcher this, but you can get the point. And if you don't play that game and know really anything about it besides what you've seen in Stranger Things, like myself, then hopefully you understand as well. So there's a character in Dungeons and Dragons called Cass, and I'm pretty sure he's a vampire. Okay, Cass and Eddie Munson look basically, they're the same person. Of course, the Dungeons and Dragons guy looks a lot more intense, and it's a fucking game created up by I don't know who made that game. Anyways, Cass is Eddie Munson. Cass is an actual vampire. If you've seen this, the finale, you know that Eddie Munson, there's so many names in my head that I'm like brain farts. Jeez. Thank you for sticking with me. Basically, Eddie Munson did die, but he was killed by the demo bats, right? That's what they, we see Dustin sees him die. By the way, one thing that we notice is there's no scenes of like them taking Eddie's body from the upside down. Basically, it seems like they left him there, which is also kind of weird, but he was killed by the bats, right? Cass, in the actual Dungeons and Dragons game, is a vampire, and he's seen with a sword and like a shield, right? Well, when Dustin and Eddie are in Upside Down after the guitar solo, all that fun shit, he has a sword of sorts and the trash can lid with the big ass nails, right? Another, similarity that kind of shows that like, okay, well, this is Cass basically. Okay. He's not a vampire yet, but he has all these certain traits, basically down to like the hair too. It's pretty crazy. One thing that also hints towards this kind of theory that he's not actually dead and he's going to basically come back in season five as a vampire. He's going to be the full-fledged Cass. As we see, he has a bunch of tattoos of bats, which is kind of like, is it a coincidence? Maybe. I think the is it Duffer Brothers that made Stranger Things? I think they're a lot, smarter than just like a coincidence of, hey, let's give him bat tattoos. Oh, but also like he gets killed by bats. The character of Dungeons and Dragons that he kind of portrays and will turn into, and is also killed by bats, and he's a vampire. Okay, cool. So I don't know. The thing in theory, basically, the long way around that I should have just said this is Eddie Munson, yes, did get killed by the demo bats, but he's going to come back basically as Cass. He's still going to be Eddie, but he's going to be a vampire. He's going to come back, and he is going to kill the final Vecna piece of shit, which Cass does in Dungeons and Dragons. Also, well, yeah, so that's I really do think that in season 5 he will come back. I also feel like maybe he's not going to come back right away, like maybe mid season 5, because I feel like that's too easy. Like let us want that to come. Like let us want that so bad that when like we see the first like few episodes, we're like, what the fuck? And hopefully we don't ruin it for ourselves, going on the internet and being like, oh, Eddie Munson's back and he's a vampire. So yeah, I don't know. I predict that Eddie Munson, I'm on board with the whole not actually dead. He's going to be a vampire. And I also think that he'll come back like mid season, kind of when things are like starting to kind of turn. Things have already turned, but like I'm talking, okay, now we're about to like go into battle, and he comes in at the last because they don't know how they're gonna do it. The whole gang, they're like, we have a plan, but we don't know how well it's gonna go. Blah 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 blah, and then boom, vampire shit comes to help out, and he's the one that kills Vecna at the very very end. Or whatever the damn thing is. There's got to be some crazy shit. Because like Vecna, I don't know. I need to watch it again. I should have watched it like right before doing this damn podcast. Hopefully out of all of that, it all makes sense. And shout out to, I have his name up here. So, yeah. Jamie Campbell Bower. He played Vecna. Damn. He killed it. Especially when you find out that he is, spoiler alert, that he is the fuck, how 11 is 11, right? She's the 11th patient at that place. He is 001. He is the first patient. I don't know. They go so back into like what made L or 11, right? It's so crazy. You see more of, was it Papa in like the relationship with, so Papa and L, all the other characters like that are in the, like, obviously there's, I forget how many there were, but there's 11, there's 12, I think there might be 13, I forget how far it goes after, but there's 2 3 4 5 6 7, all through 11 12 13, something like that, right? So it goes back and it shows you all these different things, how Elle became Elle, got her powers, like going crazy, and how Vecna was created. And it goes into Vecna's past and all this crazy shit. There's so much to talk about. And like I said, I wish I would have just watched this again, like last night, or woke up and just be like, you know what? I'm going to watch the season 4 premiere of Stranger Things at 6 in the morning. Woo! It's called Being Not Employed. But hey, I have a job interview next week, so your boy's looking up. But yeah, incredible season finale. Cannot wait. I'm pumped. I don't know. It's definitely one of those shows where like there was a lot of things that I did call. I did call that Hopper was not actually dead. I did think that maybe my theory was okay. Did think maybe he was dead, but I had like a kind of like a theory. I was like, I don't know. I think maybe he didn't die and he got captured by the Russians and then taken back and, you know, put in prison. So I don't know. There's some certain things that I kind of called, but it's still such a great show, especially with the finale went in that whole season. I have no idea where they're going to go with season 5. And it kind of goes into the point of talking about Eddie Munson being, you know, resurrected as a vampire. Resurrected might be the wrong way of saying that, but you know, that just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm very excited about that. Another finale that saw last night, and if you've never seen the show called Alone, I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. Go watch it. I don't know how many seasons there are, but there's enough to binge watch for a little bit. So good. Such a great show. Highly recommend it. Basically, there's 10 people and they got put on like this just remote land, right? And basically, I think they get 10 items. You know, they can bring knives, saws, you know, certain things, wire, fishing line, you know, like a tarp, certain things. They get provided with some safety precaution thingies, like bandages and all that fun stuff by the people. But basically, they put them out there and they have to survive. And I think they try to make it do like 100 days or something like that. I think this last one was a bit shorter, but they just have to go out there and survive, right? And some people, they go off their own because they're like, they just can't handle being alone, or they get hurt and they know that they can't continue. So they'll call out and be like, hey, this is me tapping out. Sometimes they just get really fucking hurt and they get pulled, or they do med checks where they can go and be like, hey, you've lost too much weight, or we see signs of, your vitals are super low. And if you continue, we're worried that, you can have damage that you can't reverse, hypothermia, like all these different things. Your toes are getting frostbite. Like they can come in and pull you. It's absolutely insane. It's very, very impressive, even for the people that don't make it that long. Like just to step off of that boat and step on a land where there's this last one, the big like apex predator were fucking grizzly bears. Absolutely insane. Like one of the things they're equipped with is, bear spray, they have these like flashbang things that just make massive noise. They got air horns. So they're provided with stuff. With certain things, like that's mainly geared towards like the grizzly bears, but like other seasons, there's different things they got to worry about. But yeah, highly suggest you watch that show. Again, it's called just Alone. That's all it's called. Just look up Alone on Netflix. And I don't know. It's so crazy. Absolutely crazy. So many emotions you go through watching that. It's insane. Definitely had that, the tear thingy that I was saying with Eddie and Dustin, little halfway down the cheek tear dry out. Yeah, same thing for sure. Yeah, just absolutely insane. Highly recommend it. Anything else that I have that I was gonna? Any other shows? That's kind of all we've been watching. I don't know. Maybe this is a good time to end it. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming and listening to my podcast. Hate the way I said that, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully it was a decent one. Like I said, I was feeling a little stale in the I need more coffee. Maybe I don't, because then I was having trouble talking to begin with. So maybe some more coffee while doing this would not have been good. Would have been freaking motor mouth, not understanding a word that I'm talking about. Very cryptic. So, but yeah, if you haven't seen Stranger Things season 4, or you're holding out and you just haven't gotten a chance to see the finale, go watch it. Maybe let me know what you think. And then also the show Alone, Netflix. Definitely check it out. I if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but I don't think you're not gonna not like it. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Love y'all. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And I will talk to you later. Peace.
The Daily Podcast.